Islam, Islam,
Islam,
Islam.
Islam, Islam,
Islam.
How
Islamism,
y'all brother? How y'all brothers
Islamism.
doing tonight?
Man, peaceful. Besides all the fuckery.
Okay.
Feeling good, feeling great, man. You know, before we started off, you know, we gotta start with our Moorish American prayer and give honor and praise to Allah and honors to His Prophet. So we're gonna stand. We're in Consultation. The formal, you know, 2 on the right, 7 on the left. We're not gonna do it no formal because we're not, you know what I mean. But we're gonna say like this. Everybody just repeat after me, and this is the National Moorish American prayer, or you know, the Muslim prayer for the Moors. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
The Father of love.
Father of love.
The Father of truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Justice.
Justice.
Allah is my guide.
Allah is
my God.
My day.
My salvation.
My salvation. My salvation. Through His holy prophet, Noble Juwali.
Islam.
I definitely listen. My apologies on that.
We got to redemonstrate that.
Yeah, definitely. You got it.
We got to redemonstrate that. So we're going to stand up.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, man.
The prophets going spread to the 4 corners of the earth. Raise your hands and repeat after me. Allah, Father of the universe.
Allah, Father of the universe.
Father of love.
The Father of love.
Truth.
Peace.
Freedom. And justice. Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide. And my salvation. By night. And by day.
Holy Prophet.
Juwali.
Amen.
Through His holy prophet, Juwali.
Amen. Islam.
That won't happen again, guys. I promise you. You're not on camera again.
Don't worry about it, bro. No players mess up from time to time. Okay, so we're gonna dig this tonight. It's a lot of questions that the Moors you know what I mean, have different perspective or perception on. So we got to get to the truth because there's a lot of bickering going back and forth. It causes a lot of separation between the demonstrations, how it runs, and how it should run. So we're gonna nip that in the bud by examining our authority. So this is civics class or Almari Khan Imperial Realm. Really not civics class. We just seen some information needed to be dug into. So we bring the information to the people. JaVale, do you have this pulled up so you can read the questions?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Sheik. Yes, I do, Sheik. I do have it pulled up.
Okay.
Right.
So the questions that we're gonna answer, that I'm gonna answer, and show proof is what is document 1010-5905 on file of Cook County? What did the meeting accomplish? How do we know? Are there any instructions on how to operate our authority? Is the Moorish Science Temple of America a trust or a holding corporation? Is the Moorish Science Temple of America a state? How do we know this? And hold on, how do we know this? Is the law prophet? No, how do we know this is the law prophet?
This is the law the prophet wanted us to see. How do we know is this the law the prophet Noble Juwali wanted us to see? Is a Moorish Science Temple in America a holding company, a trust or a holding company? How is property transferred. What are the duties of a trustee/sheik? This is an Illinois statute. Is it valid in other states? Does the temple have separate jurisdiction? How do you prove lack of jurisdiction? How to properly challenge jurisdiction? How do I obtain this evidence and use it? And I am not well learned and need help with this process. Do you offer consultation, temple membership, and document drafting and filing services? So this is a slight civic class, and I go one by one as we ask to sheik these questions, and we get it off our minds, and we get clear little confusions amongst our Moorish American brothers. And so you ready, Sheik?
I'm ready.
All right. Examining our authority. Number one, what is document 10-595 on file at Cook County?
Okay. Well, let's examine our authority to see what it is, right? So first off, we see it's our authority. It's a corporation, religious affidavit of organization, on a form number 1099, filed in Cook County, August 28th, 1928.
Who was this filed by?
This was filed by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. As we read through it, we see that is basically the minutes of a meeting held by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Miliel, Hall Bay, Lovett Bay, Foreman Bay. So yeah, this is meeting minutes recorded on a 1099 as a religious corporation affidavit of organization.
All right, okay. And hopefully everybody got the answer to what the question was posted a moment ago. And we're going to number 2 now. What did this meeting accomplish? What did this meeting accomplish, Sheik?
Okay, with the meeting accomplished, I didn't have that tab pulled up. So I'm just gonna show you. So what the meeting accomplished is
If anything, we can go to the next question if you have it pulled up, and then we can,
yeah, because I don't even want to say the answer without
All right.
actually.
All right. So, okay. Are the instructions how to operate the authority or use the authority explained anyway? You know what I'm saying? How do we?
Okay. So there are a couple instructions, very short, down here at the bottom, and we'll zoom in and see if we can see it a little bit better. But this says see hers revised statutes. See hers revised statutes, chapters 32 and 36. Right. So that's the only instructions on here. So we see it's a meeting, and then at the bottom it has instructions. So the instructions to see her revised
Can you
statutes.
get a little clearer? You said you get a little clearer.
I think that's about as clear. That's about as clear as I can get it on. But if you
I know what
look
you're
at
saying, but maybe
if you
all right, so it's my fault. You continue, Sheik.
you can see it on there. You can't really see it on there, but this is the back of the 101s. So you can see it says see her revised statutes, chapter 32 through 36 on there. So when you Google Herbs Revised Statute, chapter 32 through 36, it takes you to the Religious Corporation Act, which is 805 ILCS 110. So yes, the instructions are to see 805, see Herbs Revised Statutes, which today is found at 805 ILCS 110. Next question.
How do we know this is the law Prophet Noble Drew Ali wanted us to see or use?
Okay. How do we know this is the law the Noble Drew Ali wanted us to see?
And to understand, because I remember, we read the Prophet works, he says laws governs all events.
Yes, it
They
does.
said we should be law-abiding citizens. Law-abiding citizens.
Okay, to answer that question, I gotta do a side-by-side demonstration here to show you how we know this is where we're supposed to be at. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the law, right, which is the 805-110, right? So the confirmation that this is the proper law is it has the actual template from the 1099 that the prophet filled out, because you notice he just filled in blanks. So this is actually like a application of form that has to be in this specific word in order for it to work and be proper for this act. So if you go through word for word, you see, I, Noble Drew Ali, do solemnly swear that in the meetings of the Moorish Temple of America, I, blank, do solemnly swear or affirm that at the meeting of the members of the blank held at Chicago in the county of Cook in the state of Illinois on the 20th, held at in the state of in the county of for the purpose of the following people were elected or appointed trustees, or for that purpose the following people were elected or appointed trustees, Sheiks. So the prophet put Sheiks in as the name of the wardens or vestrymen or officers by whatever name they choose to adopt. The prophet adopts Sheiks uh, according to the rules and usages of such. According to the rules and usages of such Moorish Temple of America. So that's how we know that this is where the prophet would want us to be at, trying to figure out how to exercise our authority. Next question.
Is the Moorish Temple of America
Mo breaking up real bad.
Mo breaking up real bad. All right, so
politics?
you're breaking up
Or
real
is
bad.
it just simply the church on me?
Mo,
You hear me better?
Let me see.
Yeah, you're breaking up real bad. You might need to leave out and come back in. Leave out and come back in, Mo.
Let me see.
Continue. All right, what was we at? What was this? Okay. Is the Moorish Temple of America a trust or holding company? Is the Moorish Temple of America a trust or holding company? Well, in order to see that, that's the first thing that you're gonna see when you get to the law the prophet pointed us to. The corporation is a legal entity owned by the holder of shares of stock that have been issued and that can own, receive, and transfer property and carry on business in its own name. So, yes, it is a trust or holding company. Next question. is the Moorish Science Temple of America a state? Is the Moorish Science Temple of America a state?
You can hear me now? I'm peace. Islam Muslim. You can hear me?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
better, Mo.
I'm good.
So is the Moorish Science Temple of America a state? So boom, we're in the same law where we know we're supposed to be at. Any church, congregation, or society formed for the purpose of religious worship may become incorporated in this manner by the following: by electing or appointing according to its usages, customs at any meeting held for that purpose, two or more of its members as trustees, wardens, and vestrymen, or such officers with powers and duties similar to those of trustees, and shall be agreeable to the usages, customs, rules, regulations of such congregation, church, or society, and may adopt a corporate name, and upon the filing of the affidavit as herein provided, it shall be and remain a body politic and corporate. Okay, so is this a state? Well, only thing we see that it says it shall be is a body politic and corporate. So we got to see what a body politic is first. Body politic. Body politic is the people of a nation, state, or society considered collectively as an organized group of citizens. Wikipedia. The body politic is a polity such as a city, realm, or state, considered metaphorically as a physical body. So is the Moorish Science Temple of America a state?
Islam, yes, sir.
Yes, it is. Islam.
Okay. Question. How is property transferred? So we know it's a holding corporation. So now we got to see how to get our property in here for protection. How is property transferred? Do you have to convey everything by deed? Do you have to convey everything by deed? Upon the incorporation of any congregation, church, or society, all real and personal property held by any person or trustee for the use of the members thereof shall immediately vest in corporation and be subject to its control. It may be used, mortgaged, sold, and conveyed the same as if it had been conveyed to such corporation by deed, but no such deed, but no such conveyance or mortgage shall be made as so to affect or destroy the intent or affect any grant, legacy, or donation that may be made to such a person or the trustee for the use of such congregation, church, or society. So, no, you don't have the property is automatically transferred as soon as you become a temple of the member of a temple, right? The property is automatically transferred and it's subject to the control of the temple, and you do not have to convey it by deed, right? The same as if it has been conveyed by deed, but no such conveyance or mortgage shall be made. So it's transferred automatically upon joining, and you do not have to convey by deed. What are the duties of a trustee? Well, this is a big one right here because we know that the prophet inserted sheep in the position uh, where that's trustee basically. So let's see. A trustee is a person or institution holding and administering property in the trust. This is the duty of your sheep. This is the duty of your sheep right here. Administering your property, right? Now when you do since all of your property automatically goes in, then what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to get the shares of stock. You're supposed to be a stockholder and hold stock certificates to show um, your investment or your property that's within the demonstration. So, for instance, car, uh, you would turn the title in, and what we would do is create a new title, right, for your car, and that would actually be your stock certificate uh, to show um, an asset. You know what I mean? That is held within the trust that you hold on to. That would be the certificate. So we got to retitle the cars, make titles for the homes and everything, because that's actually what is going to be the shares that we hold. To, you know what I mean? Keep the banking, keep up with our properties. Basically, we gotta, even though we know it's all ours, everybody's going not gonna want to not hold title to their own demonstration. So we're gonna have to retitle them. That'll be the way that the shares are stocked or distributed according to what you put in, what you have. You know what I mean? Next question.
Mhm.
This is an Illinois statute. Is it valid in other states? This is an Illinois statute. Is it valid in other states? Now, I suggest one read through. You see, I'm skipping through a lot of this just to answer a few questions, but there's definitely a whole lot more information than we're going into in this dialogue right here. I've been flipping through. Oh yeah, uh, it's Illinois. It's an Illinois statute. Is it valid in other states? Okay. Any ecclesiastical body or diocese or like ecclesiastical officer may elect or nominate or appoint according to its uses, customs, rules, regulations, articles of association, constitution, bylaws, or canons of such ecclesiastical body. Dioceses are like ecclesiastical officers of any sect or denomination, two or more of its sect or denominations residing respectively in any ecclesiastical district or diocese over which such ecclesiastical body or diocese or like ecclesiastical officers has jurisdiction as trustees who may become incorporated under section 46A to 46K inclusive of this act and may take hold, regulate, control, and dispose of any real personal or mixed property in and outside of this state. So, yes, the demonstration is valid once the prophet put it on record. Uh, that's why he was able to distribute charters to all the other states. Because once the first document was filed, now we fully operational all the way across the land. That's just our method. Next question. Does the temple have separate jurisdiction? This is a good one right here. Does the temple have separate jurisdiction?
Sure.
So I can show you this in a couple different places here. First, we're going to look right where we just came from. Uh, that is showing you that the officers may elect, uh, nominate, or appoint according to the usages. Officers shall have jurisdiction as trustees who may become incorporated under this act, may take, hold, and dispose of real property. Let me see. All right, here we go. All right. So, when you get into as the use in this section, it gets into talking and explaining jurisdictional languages, and it goes through all of the operating jurisdictions in America. And as you're going to see, all of the jurisdictions are created and separated by churches, right? So it's used in this section the term Eastern Orthodox Church, also known as the Greek Orthodox Church, includes the following established operating jurisdiction of that church. So established operating jurisdictions of that church. The jurisdiction of the Orthodox Mencial Patriarch of Constantinople. See, that's one religious corporation, right? So that's one jurisdiction that's inside of this now because they all of their religious corporations made a deal, and that's who is the Union State Society that own all the several states uh, of the Union, right? So then you got the Patriarch of Moscow, the Patriarch of Alexandria. All of these churches have separate jurisdiction, and they are controlled and operating, and everybody is under the jurisdiction of and patronage of the Metropolitan Archbishop or Bishop, right? So let's go down to the jurisdiction of the autonomous churches which operate in Greece. Autonomous churches operate in Greece. That's a church jurisdiction. Now they are exercising these jurisdictions in America. They don't own the land. They're operating jurisdictions in America, including the United States and all its possessions, because we gave them the authority to do that. Another church, the jurisdiction of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church of the United States. So what I'm showing you here is what the prophet did was create a separate jurisdiction, right? This act shall apply to all churches, congregations, parishes, committees, or other religious organization governed by what? Jurisdiction. So the Moorish Science of America does have its own jurisdiction, and the jurisdiction is governed by the sheiks. So everybody's under the authority of the sheiks. That's the duly authorized trustees, right? So yes, the Moorish Science Temple of America has its own jurisdiction, its own trust, to put that straw man in, so to speak, for protection from any other state um, molestation. Next question. How do you prove lack of jurisdiction? Or how do we properly challenge it? Okay. How we prove jurisdiction, we're going to have to go to the United States Code of Law, right? Because when you're talking about jurisdiction, uh, you have to get to where you can to a point where you can use the Constitution, uh, where one state can't sit in judgment over another sovereign state citizen, and then your evidence, which we'll get into that. So you can have that, or you can go about utilizing this code of law and using your consular court to enforce the treaty law, right? Which is basically jurisdiction. So let me make sure I'm staying on them. How do we prove lack of jurisdiction, or how do we properly challenge jurisdiction? So we don't have to prove jurisdiction. We challenge jurisdiction, and we know they can't prove it. So what is a proper challenge of jurisdiction? That's done through consular court, shown in AA 22141, right? Which gives you the judicial authority generally to carry into full effect the provisions of the treaties with the United States and foreign countries. So you invoke your consular court using what? Your Moorish American Nationality Card of Identification. The only way you can invoke it, right? In order to have that, you have to show evidence um, that you have the authority to issue a nationality card, because you have some temples that aren't in the proper they're 501c3, so they don't have the authority to jump into consular court because they don't have evidence, and the evidence is this, right? How do I know this is evidence? Boom, boom, boom. Such affidavit. So it shows you the affidavit, and it says such affidavit or a copy thereof duly certified by the recorder shall be received as what? Evidence. Okay. So we know that the only evidence to be able to prove that you're in a that you have constitutional jurisdiction, you have to have a proper nationality card, and the nationality card has to come from a temple that has a proper charter. So the only evidence is to show the charter to the temple with the nationality card from the temple. To show that the temple is proper, the nationality card is proper. Now you can hold consular court and issue the great writ. Writ of quo warranto is what I use. So boom, make sure I didn't skip a question. So what is evidence? I just showed you what the evidence was, the 10105905. But how do you use it? Because it doesn't have your name on it, right? How do you use it? Because you don't have your name on it. So how you use it is going to be 805.115. Boom, right here. Boom. So this tells you basically that you can amend it. In any case, when any church congregation or society formed for the purpose of religious worship is filed or causes to be filed prior to the effective date of this act in the office of the recorder of deeds in the county which such congregation, church, or society is organized and which are set forth the name of the organization, the place where located, and in good faith has proceeded to conduct worship service and otherwise carry out the function for which form, although the affidavit may not set forth recitals. So every time this affidavit is presented, it might not set forth recitals that the same trustees were elected, right? Or that the corporate name was adopted in the manner provided for in the sections that came before this. So everything is said in the last section that you got to do in order to amend this, right? It takes it all back. The corporate name doesn't have to be adopted in the manner provided for in section 35 and 36 in Acts concerning corporation. Approved April 18th, 1872, as amended. What? And then it goes further to say, or may not have been made by the chairman. So they don't have to be made by the chairman or by the secretary of a meeting as required by the said act. The incorporation of such congregation or society in all its acts and transactions which are otherwise legal are hereby declared validated and legal. So I don't care what anybody says about my amended charter. The law says that this is what I'm supposed to do, and it's legal. So bank account, you feel me? Bank account, utilize it to run my consular court. I'm getting remedy because I have the evidence. Next question.
Look,
I am not well learned and I need help with this process. Do you offer consultations, temple membership, and document drafting fee and document drafting and filing services? Yes, I do. Inbox me. Uh, El Rukin Issa Bay on Facebook. Uh, wherever this is posted at, leave a comment and I'll get back with you. Anybody got any questions? Did I cover everything that needed to be covered on this demonstration?
yes, sir. That drawing, I like the measure, man. That was very educational. I appreciate it. It was very, it was self-explanatory to me. I mean, I know a lot of brothers on different levels,